Alright, let's cut through the noise and get real about CHAEWON from SSERAFIM. Everyone's talking about her, right? But let's address all the so-called issues people keep bringing up, because it's getting ridiculous. It's time to face some harsh truths. And yes, we're gonna blame you, the viewer, because your criticisms are often misplaced and just plain unfair. First off, some of you claim CHAEWON is overly marketed to men. Really? Are you seriously that blind to her universal charm? She attracts fans across the board. Men, women, everyone. Maybe it's because she has that rare talent and charisma that you just can't ignore. Or maybe you're just too busy nitpicking to see it. The idea that she's marketed specifically to men is absurd. Have you ever considered that her appeal might just be genuine? That she's so captivating that everyone is drawn to her, regardless of gender. The criticism that she's marketed to men implies some sinister motive, as if her natural charisma and talent are somehow a bad thing. Grow up and recognize her for the star she is. And what's with saying she's just another pretty face? Give me a break. Have you even watched her perform? Her vocal performance in Impurities was pure skill and charisma. If you can't see her talent, that's on you. Open your eyes and appreciate the depth of her abilities instead of reducing her to her looks. This kind of shallow criticism says more about you than it does about her. It's easy to dismiss someone as just a pretty face when you don't want to acknowledge their hard work and talent. But you know what? That doesn't make it true. It just makes you look petty and ignorant. Now let's talk about her dancing. Those TikTok clips of her smart performance, they're trending for a reason. She moves with a fluidity and grace that's unmatched. Yet, here you are, trying to diminish her efforts. Maybe it's time to admit that she's just better than what you're willing to acknowledge. She's out here setting the standard, and you're just trying to find faults. Watch her dance and tell me she doesn't have something special. It's not just about technical skill, although she has plenty of that. It's about the way she commands attention, the way she makes every move look effortless and natural. If you can't see that, maybe you need to stop being so critical and start paying attention. Then there's the ridiculous narrative about her being oversexualized by her company. Seriously? She's versatile. She can switch from cute to sexy in a heartbeat. And that's a skill. If you can't handle that duality, that's your problem, not hers. Stop blaming her for being good at what she does. She's an artist, and she knows how to own the stage in every possible way. The idea that her versatility is somehow a bad thing is laughable. It's like you're looking for reasons to criticize her because you can't handle the fact that she's multidimensional. Get over it. She's not gonna fit into your narrow little boxes, and that's what makes her great. And don't even get me started on her stage presence. Every time she performs, she owns that stage. She exudes confidence and charm that you can't help but watch. If you're missing that, maybe you need to pay more attention instead of being so critical. Her stage presence is something that can't be taught. It's something that comes from within, and it's something that sets her apart from so many others. If you're too blind to see that, then you're missing out on something truly special. Let's not forget her personality off stage. She's down to earth, relatable, and genuinely connects with her fans. That's something you can't fake. If you're too cynical to see that, it's on you. She's not just a performer, she's a person. And that's what makes her connection with her fans so genuine and heartfelt. She's real, and that's something that's all too rare in this industry. If you can't see that, maybe you need to take a long, hard look at yourself and figure out why you're so cynical. Her interactions with fans are genuine and heartfelt, further solidifying her place in their hearts. She doesn't just perform for her fans, she interacts with them, she cares about them. And this is why she has such a loyal fan base. It's not just about her talent and her looks, it's about who she is as a person. And if you can't see that, then you're not paying attention. You're missing out on the bigger picture. And let's talk about the criticism that she's too perfect or too polished. Seriously? You're going to criticize someone for being good at what they do? For working hard and honing their craft? That's just ridiculous. It's as if people want to find something to complain about, no matter how absurd it is. If she were less polished, you'd criticize her for that, too. It's a no-win situation, and it's just plain unfair. CHAEWON has worked incredibly hard to get where she is. She's faced criticism and adversity, and she's come out on top. And now, when she's finally getting the recognition she deserves, people want to tear her down. It's sad and it's pathetic. Instead of celebrating her success, you're looking for reasons to criticize her. And that says a lot more about you than it does about her. The fact is, CHAEWON is an incredible artist. She's talented, she's charismatic, and she's genuinely a good person. And if you can't see that, then you're the one with the problem. You're the one who needs to take a step back and reevaluate your perspective, because you're missing out on something truly special. So next time you think about criticizing CHAEWON, maybe take a moment to actually watch her, listen to her, and appreciate the incredible artist she is. If you can't see her talent, maybe the problem isn't with her, it's with you. Wake up and recognize greatness when it's right in front of you. Stop nitpicking and start appreciating. Because CHAEWON is here to stay, and she's only going to get better. And you're only going to look more foolish for not seeing it sooner. And let's talk about the impact of your criticisms. Do you think they don't affect her? Do you think she doesn't see the negativity? She's human, and she has feelings. Yet, she continues to rise above it all, showing more grace and maturity than most of her critics. Maybe it's time to take a page out of her book and show some of that same grace and maturity. Think about the message you're sending with your criticisms. Are you really contributing anything valuable, or are you just tearing someone down for the sake of it? Are you helping to build a positive and supportive community, or are you just adding to the negativity? It's easy to criticize from behind a screen, but it takes real courage to recognize and appreciate someone else's talent and hard work. CHAEWON has earned her place in the spotlight through talent, hard work, and sheer determination. She's not just another idol. She's a trailblazer, setting new standards and breaking new ground. And she's doing it all with a smile on her face and a positive attitude. If you can't appreciate that, then maybe you need to take a long, hard look at yourself and figure out why. So here's a challenge for you. Instead of focusing on the negative, try to see the positive. Instead of criticizing, try to appreciate. Instead of tearing down, try to build up. Because the world needs more positivity, more support, and more appreciation for those who are out there working hard and making a difference. CHAEWON is a star, and she's shining bright. It's time to stop trying to dim her light and start celebrating her for the incredible artist she is. She's not just a pretty face, not just a dancer, not just a singer. She's a force to be reckoned with, and she's here to stay. So get on board or get out of the way, because CHAEWON is unstoppable, and she's only just getting started. What do you think? Can you handle the truth about CHAEWON? Drop your comments below and hit that like and subscribe button for more K-pop insights. And remember, next time you think about criticizing her, take a moment to really think about what you're saying and why. Because CHAEWON deserves better, and so do all the fans who appreciate her for who she is.